Hello, fellow fantasy gamers, and welcome back to my channel. We are approaching the third round of Serie A for the season 2023-2024. The action starts tonight with two games. Early on we can see Sassuolo versus Verona, where I think the end result will be either draw or victory for the away team. The late game will be the first big game for this year, Roma versus Milan, and I think that the Rossoneri will further the crisis in the capital. I don't really understand the league executives putting two games at the same time, as in my opinion that's distracting the attention from both the encounters. What do you think about this decision of the Italian Federation? Tell me down in the comments. On Saturday there are two earlier and two late games. First, we have Bologna versus Cagliari and Udinese versus Frosinone. In this games I expect two home team wins, although Cagliari and Frosinone are capable of taking points from this kind of opponents. In the late games we have Atalanta versus Monza. Here I will hope for some attacking points from Coupe Miners, and more playtime for Bacca. The other late game is one more derby. Napoli is facing their first serious opponent, Lazio. Taking in consideration the bad start for the Eagles, I think that the champions will take the 3 points with ease. There are another 4 games on Sunday. We have one more match between two big clubs. Inter takes on Fiorentina. Taking in consideration the fact that Viola played on Thursday in Europe, I think that Inter will carry on their good form and defeat the Purples. In the same time, Torino will face Genoa. I have a horse in this race and I dream of good points for him in this match, so I will be satisfied even with 0-0 draw, although I will be more than happy if Rodriguez score or make an assist. Moving on, you can see why I have problem with this type of game schedule. Juventus are visiting Empoli, hoping to get back to their winning ways, while on the same time Lecce will clash with Salernitana in a game that I think won't be watched as much as the other one. All of the attention will be on Juventus, and this game will be a second thought. The Italian league doesn't attract the attention as much as the English Premier League, exactly because of schedules like that. Let's check again the table in our private league after the first two games. This is the top 10, but I have to say that we have 3 new managers joining in before the third round. Dravidan, Saif, and Eldar are welcome to share their thoughts about the game, the league, the channel and everything else in connection to the Serie A fantasy game. Now, let's go to the transfer section, because I have few things to do with my squad. I have 2 free transfers at disposal, and as always I have dilemmas all over the pitch, but one thing is for sure, I have to get rid of Zaccagni for the next 2 games at least, if not for more. Lazio's schedule looks bad for me, and I advise you to try and change the players from this club for some period. I have problems in the defense too, because Bacca doesn't play the minutes I have expected. On the other hand, Corcoran, although the cheapest solution, didn't register any minutes in the first 2 rounds, and I believe I have better solutions for his spot. So you can see I have 3 problematic players and only 2 free transfers. I played a little bit and made up this squad. For me is too much making 3 extra changes that early in the season, especially that radical, but I think you can copy some of them. Changing Thuram for Martinez, Oliveira for Ramoni, Leo for Pulisic, and Scalvini for Bacca, while keeping Zaccagni and taking Xerxes, is tapping in the potential of the players in the first 2 rounds. But as I said, that is too much for me at this point, so I tried to do something else. Attending the hot problems in my squad and changing only the 3 problematic players. Pulisic coming in with good form instead of Zaccagni, Scalvini changing Bacca because of more playing time, and cheap forward in the face of Zixi, who is the main choice for Motta at Bologna, is taking the spot of non-playing Corcoran. But again, that meant 1 extra transfer, which is 5 points penalty. The third option I believe is better, using only the 2 free transfers and taking Giroud and Samardzic instead of Zaccagni and Corcoran will give me top striker and a midfielder with few good games in hand. But considering the 2 big games ahead of Milan, against Roma and Inter, I think that this is the time where I will take the cheap option in attack, in the face of Xerxes. And you can see now my team for the third round, with the confirmed transfers. I will keep Bacca for at least 1 more round and will hope that he will get more playing time when Atalanta start competing in Europe, after the pause for the national teams. This time I am starting with 3 strikers up front, but again with only 3 defenders, which I don't like. Hoping for more clean sheets and more attacking points from the midfielders. Picking Chiesa for a captain is a little bit risky and I might change it in the last moment, but this will be my starting 11 for the third round in Italian top flight. I want to wish all of you good luck this weekend. Remember that this is the last round before the international break. Italian football will be back at 16th of September with the Derby of Milano. I want to thank all of you who are taking part in the private league and to the ones who are joining now. I didn't expect it that much managers joining in. Feel free to comment down below and share the videos with your friends. You will help me really a lot doing that. Take care and God bless.